A lot was made of the Olympics about your joyous celebration. Do you think the media made too much out of it? And do you think we might see some choreography here in Queens next 2 weeks?
I don't know. I read zero press, so that's always been my policy since I was 17. So I don't really know what was made too much, what was too little. But I think winning the Olympics was awesome for me and for the USA, and it was just. I'm still kind of in the Olympic moment. I love the Olympics, and you know, I was just so proud when we finally had that final tally of gold medals that I had contributed to. So it was really awesome.
How does one keep their body maintaining it, doing something as rigorous as the Olympics and then coming right into this? How do you maintain the stamina?
I think you maintain it before you start. Like I knew I would have a really long summer, so I knew going into this I really needed to be fit, and I knew what I needed to do, and so that's kind of what I tried to do.
U.S. Open's here in New York. One of your best friends, Lala Anthony, I spoke to her last night. You guys link up, do anything since you've been here?
Yeah, I've seen her two times, and we're supposed to hang out later today. So I'm excited. It's always good to relax with her. She's really just so easy and so chill.
A lot of Americans came to prominence during this Olympics. Some of them names we never heard before. Is there any one fellow American who stood out to you that you met and that you were inspired by, or maybe was inspired by you?
Well, I didn't get to meet many of the Americans because we were at the tennis. Our event began like as soon as the Olympics began. So by the time the tennis was over, then I didn't get to meet anyone. But I think obviously Michael Phelps still stand out, even though we already know him. I think Gabrielle Douglas really was able to stand out and do some fantastic things.
Speaking of your Olympic brethren, Gabby Douglas, she came under. A lot of people were upset, apparently, about her hair and didn't like the way her hair looked. What's your opinion on people picking on her hair while she's over there winning the gold medal? I know hair was a big thing for you and your sister growing up with the beads and things like that. So what's your opinion on people picking on her about that?
I don't know about that too much. I got asked that question though, and I think I have no comment. I think her hair is great, and I think at the end of the day, it isn't about that. It's about how you flip and what a great athlete you are and what you've achieved and everything that you've become, and that's what she's been able to do to achieve so much and keep an amazing, beautiful smile on her face.
The youngest player in the tournament, Victoria Duval, said that if she played someone like you, she would ask for your autograph after the match. When you made your U.S. Open debut 14 years ago, was there anyone whose autograph you wanted that was on tour at the time?
Yeah, I've always looked up to Pete Sampras when I was younger, and I think he was retiring that year, my rookie year. So I wanted to meet him, and I always loved Monica Seles, and so I think those are two people that I really looked up forward to.
You're pretty much the one to be here for most of the field. How much do you enjoy or not this position?
You gotta embrace it, whether you're the favorite or the most to beat, or whether you are not. And I embrace it. In Wimbledon I wasn't a favorite, and I embraced that. So hopefully I can propel and do my best here.
Serena, coming out of Cincinnati, you talked a little bit about the long summer and a little bit tired. So I'm wondering, feel like you got the rest you needed in the last few days? What are you doing to sort of recharge?
Well, I took a couple days off after Cincinnati, and I think that helped me to get myself together mentally and get ready for the U.S. Open, the biggest tournament in the United States. So I also think what did I do? I just kind of came to New York really early and relaxed and karaoke'd, and that was about it.
Going back to the first question that was asked, you of all people know that the crip walk is not just a dance. So I was wondering, do you have any regrets doing it in front of everyone?
First of all, it's just a dance. I didn't know that's what it was called. And second, why are you asking me that? That's so. If anything, you should be trying to ask me questions to lift me up, not bring such things like that.
It was just the fact that
I'm done with that question.
Say the name. Okay. You didn't say the name of it, so I was wondering.
It was, yeah.
Serena,
possibly 2 more weeks of tennis on hard court after kind of
I look forward to it. I feel like I haven't played hardcore tennis this year. Like I played Miami, and then I was into clay. So I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, actually, and that's not true. I did play Brisbane in the Australia. And I played Fed Cup. Okay. But anyway, it feels like it wasn't like a normal hardcore season for me because usually I go deeper in Australia or I'll do a little bit more somewhere else. So I'm excited about this to be on hardcourt. It's my favorite surface, and I have the opportunity to play on hardcourt until March. So I look forward to this almost as like a launching pad for what I want to do for the rest of the hardcourt season.
Is there something different regarding the pressure for you when you're playing US Open or it's Wimbledon or French Open because it's your home event?
No, I don't feel pressure. My dad always said the only pressure you have is the pressure you put on yourself. So I don't really feel any pressure or anything, and I haven't put any pressure on myself. If I win, then that'd be great. If I lose, I realize that I'm gonna go home and be devastated. But there's always tomorrow.
Victoria Azarenka was just out here. She won the Australian Open, and we were asking her, about you, because Sam Stosur was also out here earlier and said, you're in good form and you'd be the person to beat. And obviously, she beat you last year, and you're probably hoping maybe if you're not going to get a rematch, you want to go to the final and win. Do you look that far ahead in the U.S. Open?
I haven't even seen the draw. I never like to know who I play or when. Only like to know when. So I think, if you're thinking about just players to beat, you have to put Sam Stosur in there as defending champ. This court kind of suits her game, and I think it suits her style. And she plays really well on it. Obviously, Victoria's a great player. She went on that unbelievable winning streak. And I don't think anyone can pretty much forget that. So she's doing well, and so it's just some good tennis going on.
You felt so much pride in representing the U.S. when you were at the Olympics. When you do play here on U.S. soil, do you feel the love? Do you feel differently?
I just think Olympics is a totally different thing because you're playing for your country and you're rooting on your teammates and stuff like that. So it's just super, super cool. And playing here, it's like Olympics is almost more fun, whereas you really want to win, but if you don't, then you want the USA to win. But now here it's back to being a one-person sport.
Serena, Kim Fleischer said in here earlier today, she was asked about you, and she said that to her, you were the best player ever, especially when you're fit and strong like we've seen the last few months. So I wondered what your reaction to that was, and also your thoughts about what's seen the last 3 years.
I never think about that. I can't sit here and say I'm the best ever. I mean, that's just, I'm not I'm not worthy of that title. I'm just Serena, and I love playing tennis, and I'm good at it. And just because I'm good at it doesn't make me the best. But I think Kim, she's had such a fabulous career, especially here at the Open. She just brings some special tennis, and she's always so bright, and she has such a positiveness about her that you can't help but wish her the best and root for her.
Who is the best, do you think? Who would you say is the best?
I don't know. If you're going by titles, you have to go by that.
Your sister Venus mentioned not being able to imagine competing on a tour without you playing as well. Is that something that you have thought about, possibly her retiring before you playing without her?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to go on if she decided to retire tomorrow, but that's not going to happen. I'll be devastated because she's like, I can't get a better doubles partner than this. So, but no, we're going to, I don't know, if it was that soon, I would have to go on, but if it was a little later, maybe we'll be together.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I doing? How's it going on tennis court?